Welcome back. We just had so much fun with Santa, and we hope you're feeling full of happiness and festivity. But the holidays can be a really tough time. We focused on that before on our show. And today we have grief and transformation coach Julie Cluff here to tell us about navigating these tough days that might be coming ahead. Whether it's for ourselves or maybe for a loved one that's struggling with great loss, what can we do? How can we help them feel the holiday spirit? Julie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, Santa was fun.
Santa was great, and the holidays are full of some very meaningful symbols like Santa, but sometimes those can also trigger some very painful memories for people. How do you approach that? I know that's a very big question with many different answers, but for you, how do you navigate these times that may bring back really tough memories?
Well, memories are made because of emotion. And when emotion is heightened, which it is during the Christmas holidays, it creates so many memories. And so when we're grieving, we have memories of maybe a loved one that was with us in the past that's not with us now. We have memories of happy times, and we don't feel happy because we're grieving. And that can really create so much conflict within ourselves because of expectations for the holidays, of what we think it should look like. And so reducing our expectations a little bit and giving ourselves some compassion is really huge.
Which can be very hard sometimes.
Yeah, very hard.
And I know, I feel like there's a tendency, and maybe this isn't quite true, but many people want to just not discuss it, not think about it, just move on, carry through, and don't bring it up. I don't want to go there, which maybe is sometimes a way to cope. But at the same time, it's often good to actually, especially in times of the holidays, to maybe bring that memory back if you can.
Yeah, acknowledge the loss. People want to be seen. And when we acknowledge the loss, we acknowledge what they're going through, they feel seen, they feel loved by that being acknowledged. But as a griever, a lot of times we think we have to manage our emotions. And I would just suggest that during the holidays, instead of managing our emotions, we manage our reactions. And so in other words, if I'm upset or angry, I'm not going to go into your kitchen and throw the trash can against the wall, right? I'm managing my reaction instead of managing the emotion, because grief is real. Grief is normal, and we don't want to suppress the grief, but we just want to manage the reactions. And a lot of times that means taking breaks so that we're not overly triggered.
That's such a good perspective to have, because managing the emotion, that's, I'm sure, very overwhelming and somewhat impossible feeling. But the reaction, like, okay, maybe you can do that. Maybe that's a simpler way, just especially in the moment of the holidays and the festivities. How can you manage that reaction?
Yeah. And really it's being very tuned in to our needs and being okay with what we need. Even outside of grief, we tend to not be plugged into ourselves and our needs. We tend to be overly concerned about everyone else's needs. And sometimes we need to balance that. We need to be aware of others' needs, but we also need to be aware of our own needs. And that's why I mentioned taking breaks, giving ourselves forgiveness when things don't go the way we planned, and just giving ourselves that self-compassion and going, of course I'm sad. Of course I'm sad, and that's okay.
And I've been hearing recently along those lines that sometimes it's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to take a break and feel that, and that can be healthier.
Absolutely. I remember after my children died, I had a friend invite me to an event, and before I went, I said, I'm coming, because it was a long event. I said, I'm coming, but I'm probably going to be taking some breaks. I'm probably going to step away for a little while and go take a nap or something in order to manage those reactions, in order to be with my emotions and be real about what's going on. And I remember a Christmas after my divorce where I just felt so numb. I felt like I was there, but I wasn't there. And that's so common because our emotions, our feelings are in the past, because we're working through what's happened, and our feelings are in the past, but we're in the present. So taking moments to reconnect with the present, just moments. It's not about changing what's going on and being present every moment, but taking a moment and being present. And that can be connecting to your senses, like what do I see, what do I hear? That can be connecting to people and asking them how their holidays are going, or asking them questions, and connecting just with ourselves, you know.
Those small steps can make such a big difference. Well, we're going to take a quick break and come back and talk more with you, Julie. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.